test, 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 test. Okay, now we have. Oh, we have a lot. We have a lot. We have a lot going on right now. We have a lot going on, but we're gonna see, because I'm curious what YouTube Live looks like. This is gonna be quick. I'm smoked. I've been staring at screens and using my brain all fucking day. And then I really should make it. I really should make the stream. I love that emoji. I was gonna say something. Oh, I should make Chrome my default browser. Okay, let's see. I can't play. Like, the only thing is, I wanted to play poker tonight, and if I can't play poker online. I want to say, okay, let's just go test YouTube. Let me see this. Holy shit. It worked. That's dope. That worked out really well. I was surprised because I added the vertical. I added the vertical screen outputs, and I just looked at it on TikTok and on YouTube. It looks pretty good. I didn't know I could stream to like all three so easily. All right, let's see what my friends are doing. Oh, he's talking about demons in the Golden Empire. Yeah, sure. What do you want to know? My friend just read that recently. He and I told him like everything about it, right? Like, I was like, oh yeah, this guy Gonzalo Pizarro, he did all these things down in the Peruvian Andes Mount. Sorry, I'm like brain dead right now. Oh, okay. I thought the Burn Books I have my got you. I thought you were saying like you wanted more facts beyond the book. Oh, okay. So, Demons in the Golden Empire. The first book, the one you know about, Burn Books, is about Diego de Landa. I literally just started streaming today, so welcome. I'm new too. But so the first book, Where They Burn Books, that one is about a priest named Friar Diego de Landa, and he, in 1562, he gathered every single Mayan codice he could find, the Mayan texts, and he burned them all in a big pile. Now, there weren't a ton of them because the printing press, but they had just invented writing, so they were still accumulating. And just invented, I'm saying like within like 300, 400 years, right? Like, this is like brand new. Okay, so Demons in the Golden Empire, that one is about a guy named Gonzalo Pizarro. And what Gonzalo Pizarro did is his older brother Francisco Pizarro is the more famous. And that is because the Francisco Pizarro effectively got the rights to Peru and to this area of the Incan Empire. But he left his brother Gonzalo Pizarro in charge of, kind of like in charge of things, right? Especially in the city called Cusco. So, while Gonzalo Pizarro was in charge of a city called Cusco, he took the emperor hostage, him and his brother, and they kind of tortured him, and then took his wife. I'm gonna say took. We're gonna leave details out. I've already gotten restricted for talking too much on TikTok before. Yeah. So, anyways, but it's about him. It's about Gonzalo Pizarro, about his time in the Incan Empire, about his time in Cusco, about how he had to travel all the way down into the Amazon in search of cinnamon, but then he got lost, which is the first guy to figure out that the Amazon River connects from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean was on the expedition with Gonzalo Pizarro. Happy New Year, Michelle. Thank you. I appreciate the sub. There should have been some sort of cool alert that you subbed. It didn't happen, and I'm a little sad and a little disappointed. And I want you to know that I do appreciate your sub, and I think so highly of it, I made a special little thing. But it didn't show up. So I'm going to look into that when I get on another one. Before I get on another one, I should say. What was I going to say? Okay, so yes, but there's a ton of characters in Demons in the Golden Empire, like between Gonzalo Pizarro and then it's the app. It's been off because of this. Oh, gotcha. But because of it's like going through like Gonzalo Pizarro, and then there's like Francisco Pizarro, and then there's like a whole power struggle. Oh my gosh, there's like so many power struggles. I'm not even telling you the coolest fucking parts. Okay. So when they get set up, there's like two emperors that were going for like a civil war. And so the only reason they did really well against the Spaniards did really well against the native warriors is because they were literally in the midst of a civil war. It's like the first time they had ever really split after deciding and believing that the emperor is a descendant of the sun. So, like, I'm telling you, this was such a nascent civilization that it had, like, just like any of the three got a chance, they might have, like, kind of did some big things, but they couldn't. Okay, so the two emperors, right? They're battling each other. The Spaniards show up, and when the Spaniards show up, they have such an easy time because, like, it's so frustrating because they assumed that everyone did the Inca warriors assumed that everyone did warfare the way they did warfare, right? That it's not total warfare, it's select warfare, like a football team. You send your football team. Okay, the Spaniards believe in total warfare, so what they did is they just decimated them. So once Francisco Pizarro takes the Incan emperor hostage, starts marching down, but then he needs to capture all the generals. He ends up murdering him as well, murdering a bunch of generals, and there's another guy, Manco, shows up out of the woods, straight up, like, out of the woods, and it turns out to be a relative, but he's on the other faction, the one that had previously lost one step up. So there's this whole, like, power struggle, and I really tried to make it obvious. I really tried to make the power struggle obvious, right? Like, it's like, but it was hard because there's a lot of, it's hard. I didn't want to just harp on the Europeans, and so then there didn't really, I wanted to kind of mix, but anyways, it was a big dramatic thing. And so Francisco has a partner, okay? His partner is like the nuts and bolts guy, and then he is the guy that got the permits and stuff like that. Well, the nuts and bolts guy's better with the men. They end up beefing. So it's literally it's pairs of men all throughout that just end up beefing. And then it ends up being that they all die, really, at the end of the book. I mean, I'll tell you the end, right? Like, you could look it up. Gonzalo Pizarro is a real man. It's not like a surprise of like, hey, guess what? Like, you could look. There's like Diego de Landa. Like, the thing about Diego de Landa is that he burned the books, but like, that's the end of the book. And so, sorry, not sorry. You'll be fine. Sounds like a good read. Yeah, and so Demons. I mean, they're both on Kindle Unlimited. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, it's very easy to just snag both, and they're both, and also on Audible too. But I don't know how much you have Audible, so that's kind of audiobooks are very hit or miss. Like either you're an audiobook person or you're not. So this needs to. You're very welcome. This needs to pop out because I do not want to see. There's like data on the TikTok. So this is like literally the first day, Danica. This is the first day I've ever streamed on TikTok. I did it earlier. No, I'm doing it again. But there's like way more information that I want to see besides the chat. Like I don't want to know this information at this moment in time. And so I want to find a way. Dude, I really wish there was a way to get the chat to be combined on my other screen. I listen to documentaries. Oh, nice. What's have you listened to any good documentaries recently? Let's see if this will work. This might work. I'm like, sorry, I'm like rearranging my my screens. I'm indigenous Mexican, very nice. My father is an indigenous Salvadoran. So when I was reconnecting as a kid, it was very Aztec Mayan mythology. Oh, very nice. And as I got older, I looked into other information. Oh, that's what's up. What other information? Is it one of these documentaries you're referring to? Because if so, I'd like to see that. Because outside of Aztec, Inca, and Maya, I'm not. I mean, I guess there's some documentaries about the Pipil. I mean, what's the one in Argentina? The Mapuche, I believe, and so. Mind you, I grew up in Utah, so there was assimilation that I needed to remove myself. True. That's fair. I looked into the mysticisms like duendes, brujeria. That stuff always fascinates me. Here, one second. All right, yeah. I'm not doing anything. I think I'm gonna download online poker and play that. But fun fact, I could stream poker on Twitch, but I can't stream poker on TikTok. So if I do it, I'm gonna have to like quit out and then get back in to the Twitch stream. Oh, TikTok is going to be so interesting. I already know this is going to be interesting. Because you can see things that you can see way more than like, so for example, I can see who's in my chat at any given time. And so it's like, which is not, so Futuro, I see you're here, Daisy. And so, which is wild because in Twitch you have no clue who it is. That's what I was saying. I don't. Oh, but no, it could just be top viewers over time? Or is it per session? That's what I'm not sure if it's because if it's per. No, there's no way it's all time. That'd be crazy. That would be so much information to try and get. No, it wouldn't be all time. Because if it's all time, I think Roy would try and take that one also. He already has Twitch. He wins in Twitch. But if it's all time, yeah, I don't know. See, I already got 1,000 likes on here. That's crazy. Like I can see that too. But it's just like, okay, so for example, I had a video I made about the book I wrote about the Catholic priest that burned Mayan books in 1562, right? It's the top left, where they burn books, they also burn people. Okay. That, I made a TikTok about that, and it has like, I want to say like 40K, but then this Oh, I'm sorry, 40K views with like let's say 400 likes, but this already has 1,000 likes. That's wild. Oh, no worries, Kelly. Keep crafting wonderful tales. Thank you, King of Hearts. I appreciate the support. Still on course to finish up your Burn People book. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, big news today. I'm trying out stream. So I stream on Twitch all the time. So like, I can sit here. Like, if you guys keep chatting, I can just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk about like all sorts of bullshit. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter the topic, right? But I have ideas about everything. But so I'm used to streaming on Twitch all the time, but I've never streamed on TikTok, and it went to YouTube too. And so, and my friend Michelle Fury, who I just met today, she subbed, and so I'm just like, wow, that's fantastic. I wonder how many people are on YouTube, because I can't see how many people are on YouTube. Oh my. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys something. I don't know. Even if I tell them to their face. I don't even care. I'll tell you a story. I can't find it, but on YouTube, look for Casa de los Duendes. Okay, hold on, give me 1 second. And you said it was a documentary? Casa de los Duendes. Oh, this is interesting. I'm gonna save this to watch later. Thank you, Danica. I appreciate that. Okay, so my friend like texted me yesterday. Yes, it's an old man who has a house and he has like a huge collection of duendes. Okay, can you just tell me what duendes are? Because I'm going to look it up off of this. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not a native Spanish speaker. I learned Spanish as an adult. I get by, that's it. So, that's my big confession. So, I'm gonna look up duendes now because I just had to confess that to you first. But now that that confession is over, hi, can't wait to listen to these books. Oh, hi, Michelle, you're still here. Heck yes, I love that. Can't wait to listen to these books. Oh, please, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will be happy to point you in the right direction or provide any information. Does gnomes, but in Spanish. Okay, this is good because now I can better communicate. Okay, perfect. Dude, I'm all about communication. Gnomes. So he has a huge collection of gnomes. That's fucking dope. I love people that collect stuff. It's like, let me see your weird collection, and I'll show you my weird collection. Except I don't even know if I collect anything physical. It's all like facts and data and information. Okay, so anyways. My friend's my friend Mallory's marriage just got Andrew, and again, I'm not worried if they watch this or see this because this is literally what happened. It's good because I'll hear it in Spanish, but I think there's subtitles. Oh, I can listen to Spanish just fine. It's my tongue is broken, and so it just won't work. So my friend, I talked to my friend. I coached her, and right now we don't really have anything to talk about. She's a new mom. I used to coach her every like 5 days a week for 1 hour for years, right? So I'm telling you, like even within a year, right? You're looking at 5 hours times 6. That's like 60 individual unique hours times, let's say even 5 years. You're looking at 300 hours I've spent with this person listening to me. So we're very good friends. We just don't really have a lot of things in common. So we talk about exercising still. So we talk about food, and we talk about running and splits and training and recovery and the body as it relates to post-pregnancy. So, and I'm happy to do it. We're friends. I'm texting. I'm more than happy to assist. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. I just got hit by how many fucking things my dumb face is on right now. Because it's on YouTube too. That's the one that's like, oh my gosh, like, and I know how many people. It's I don't know. You got to get used to things, I guess. But so okay, so her husband though texted me, and her husband's just this huge stoner. He don't do shit. So he texted me and was like, "Hey, I want a 20-minute workout that I can do." I'm like, "Sure." I am the most basic workout. I'm like, 20 minutes, no problem. Like is that even? We'll count it. We'll count it, right? And he's like, "What? Can I just do this once a week?" And I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! Like now you're just being purposefully difficult." And then like she texted me today about exercise stuff, and then I'm just like, okay, but mind you, I've been busy all day setting all this up. Like, I don't think you realize how much work it was to set up like all these over, like the way this works, right? Like getting my face here is not the hard part. Like making it not look shitty is the hard part, okay? So I was sitting here doing this all day, and so then they're just texting, drip feed, and then mind you, a couple hours go by, and then there's like another text from each of them, and I was just like, bruh, we don't need to keep this going. Like, we're already friends. We don't need to do this anymore, you know? And so that's where I wish there was like a I mean, again, we could go back to like, I could just be clear, right? I could just say like, I'm tired of texting you right now, but that seems mean. Like that seems mean. So it's like almost like I need to like I need to not feel bad is the problem. But yeah. All right, let me see if I can get online poker. So have you watched any other documentaries recently, Danica? I'm trying to think what the last documentary I watched. I've been on a huge Wicked kick. And then because of Wicked, there's also like some soundtrack concept soundtrack called Epic. And so I've been listening to that a shit ton. And so it's just like I've just had musicals stuck in my head for like a month now. So no documentaries. All right, let's see if I can get poker on here, and I won't stream poker to TikTok because I'm not a degenerate, but I will maybe one I'll play in the background. Download and play in minutes. I mean, I could also aim train. Nah, yeah, TikTok's not ready to see the gaming stuff. Alright, let's see how easy it is to get poker on here. Gotta go, but I've got notifications on. Michelle, I appreciate you. Have a great evening. Or day, depending on where you're at. So I'm pagan and a witch, and in our culture, as you might know, we have dons. Very cool. Pagan and a witch. That's fascinating. I always thought they were synonymous in a way. Maybe you can educate me on how they're not. Where did that go? I had an installer up. I appreciate you too. See you soon. Take care, Michelle. So family-wise, it's with dreams, and there's a documentary that was on the psychology of nightmares. How was that? Was that a good one? Dude, I'm telling you, I have this soundtrack stuck in my head, bro. A pagan is an umbrella term that practices and believes in the old ways usually attached to pagan. Right. And a witch. Is a witch more of like a Wiccan thing? Like a specific pagan deities, okay? So that's with dreams and there's talking about this. Bro, the psychology of nightmares is fascinating. Oh, it was loading. I didn't see a loading bar. Right. What music should we listen to? I think my default safe answer is to go for like electronic music because it's like there's no words. I can turn it down a little bit. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that just to get the ball rolling. Let's go with in honor of Roy right now. I'm gonna go with my friend Adam 10. Sunrise set at Upper Playa at the Dead Sea. Perfect. I can dig it. Oh, I've definitely heard this set before. Okay. And then where is my chat? Right, there we go. Okay. I'm back. Okay. I'm gonna work with a variety of tools to influence or manipulate energy magic. Wiccan is the belief witchcraft is practice. One can be a Wiccan, witch, Norse witch, bruja, like from Mexico, Latin. Right, okay, yes. I still practice. Oh, gotcha. Very interesting. Thank you for teaching me that. So, pagan and a witch. What are dons? Can we go back to that? Or dons that you were talking? Because I remember that there was, you mentioned a documentary. But maybe it's the dons aspects. That seems relevant, I'll be honest with you. I have money in this already? I'm such a deviant. Don's is stands for gifted. Gifted to know things. Oh. I like that. For example, my family has dreams, so I can dream of events or situations that can manifest in real life. Really? Is there a good example that you could share, or that you'd feel comfortable sharing? Because that's pretty cool. I can if you don't mind the comments. If I don't mind the comments, I'm not. I wouldn't mind the comments. Oh, like talking to me? Bruh, no, we're hanging out. Like, I appreciate them. I'm like, yeah, so I'm not sitting up here talking about myself. Because I could just make shit up again. But, like, if we're having a conversation, like, I'd like to hear this stuff. Oh, I have to make an account. That's interesting because I can't join, and I don't want to use. I don't want to go through the whole thing of VPN. That's annoying. Let's see here. My father Don is sabiduria, knowing. It's like a sixth sense. That's so fucking cool. I'm like sitting up in the edge of my chair for this. I'm fascinated. The man's a walking lie detector. That's awesome. Like, what's that movie, Meet the Parents, with Ben Stiller? And he like touches the hands, and he's like, "You're lying, or you're telling the truth." In his everyday mind, extraordinary power and scope may emerge during the LSD. One occasion where he has gotten sick because something bad. Oh, hold on. Like, he got sick? That's like his body is reacting to the kind of like impending bad energy type of thing. Yes, his body is reacting. Yeah, dude, that's wild. Poor guy, man. So he has like all of, you know, like everyone's bad incoming it affects him physically. So one time he got this sick feeling, he was telling my aunt to tell my cousin not to leave. Wow. Dude, I'm so fascinated by this. Well, leave the house. Unfortunately, my cousin didn't listen. He passed from motorcycle. Bro, I'm so sorry to hear that, but that is really, that's fascinating though. Like the fact that that occurred is, wow. But what about you? What about your dreams? Again. Anything, just what you're comfortable sharing. I'm just curious what you've experienced yourself in terms of like dreams that have kind of come to fruition. My understood dreams, LL, so I've predicted pregnancies, divorces, and affairs. Oh, you're just like, so you know when there's about to be a messy situation. You know there's about to be mess, and you're like, oh? When I was 6, I had a dream about my aunt getting into a car accident, and my father had called her. And I did the same thing, like, don't leave the house. She didn't listen. Accident about 3 blocks from where she lived at the time. So that was close. Yes, it's stuff that's messy, but it has its moments of celebration. Of course, of course, of course. I was not trying to minimize in any way. I was just saying. Like, it's always, okay, honestly, it's because I gossip all the time. And so it's like, I just like imagining, like, with a little a cup of tea, and just like, you'll find many who have dons and are cultural be healers, or they get into divination. Dude, I've always been so fascinated in like the concept of like a healer, right? Like that seems such a, it's like such a different vibe, you know? Like, how does one become a healer? Do you just decide you're a healer? Do you heal people and therefore you're a healer? Do you say you're a healer, or do other people say you're a healer and you just say, nah, I'm just a guy, you know? Do you never actually own it? Is that part of being a healer? I just have so many questions that only a healer can answer. I got divination, yes, some brujas, both. Oh, okay. Some takes this seriously, and unfortunately you do have frauds who do it for money. Yeah, I could see that. Because it seems like a very vulnerable, you know, because like it's especially if someone is vulnerable and looking for help or advice, or they want you to, like, you know, get your opinion. It's like it's a very vulnerable state though, and it's like, I could see how like fraudsters be doing it for money. That makes sense to me. And the money itself isn't the problem, but exactly the people. Yeah, exactly. But it's like you never. I doubt anyone would take, like, not. Sorry. It's like if you have enough people, there's barely there will be people taking advantage, right? Like it's like you might have like I'll say even out of 5, 1 out of 5 would probably try and take advantage, which is super sad, but it's kind of like the way it is. I know. I'm just talking. I know you're not that offended. There'd be a lot more exclamation marks if you were, or you just swipe. Yeah. That's fascinating. They I was in Chichen Itza, and we were like at a local spot at some town, and they saw my tattoo on my arm, and they said that, and then they told me I was a healer, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And like professionally, not even the books, like professionally, like what I do in addition to is like help people with their bodies. And so she was like, she said something about like, I forget, but like so helping someone walk again. And I was like, I've literally done that though. Background in Psychology of Nightmare is really good. Oh yeah. Right? I agree. I just finished reading a book. What was it about? Something about it was a non-fiction book, but I feel like it was about I feel like it could have been about what we're talking about, like the nightmares. When people are here in different forms, I usually healing others through knowledge. That's true. I could definitely see that. Because a lot of what I do too is like teach people about their bodies, but like I don't actually, for example, I don't like necessarily coach any movements. I will tell them what they can't do in a position in their body, like with their arms, their legs, and then it's up to them to kind of like work on it, figure it out and stuff. So, as you know, many in our space lack these resources. Oh, for sure. I wonder how I would do that. Like if I wanted to help more people with like fitness related stuff. And that sounds so lame too, which I hate. Cause like people make fitness stuff about being like super jacked and muscular and like protein shakes. Or chicks, it's like super thin and like, this like tiny little vegetable is my dinner. But it's like neither of them. It's like a lot of it is just being like enamored with the capabilities of your body. Like if you can learn that, that's where it's like, I'm such a pudge, damn. A pudge. I don't think I've ever heard anyone call themselves a pudge. That is a very interesting description. Well, and we're also on diets not meant for. Ain't that the truth, dude? Do you know how much shit I get for the way I eat? Because I eat so specifically. Like originally we ate so good. Well, and then I feel so bad, dude. You know, like Latin Americans have like these like skyrocketing rates of childhood obesity, and it's because of like the processed foods, the chips, like they're just getting. It's like all the good stuff is getting sent down, but it's all like hyper flavorful. Like you're not supposed to have these things, and so meat and cheese, yeah. I always have this thing because I eat the same thing every day, and my friends kind of they'll kind of make fun of me, and but a lot of it, it's like my dad, grew up on a sugarcane farm, or working on a sugarcane farm, and he ate the same thing every day, and so it's like, bro, I'm not even like, I'm one generation removed from a farmer. Like, I'm designed to eat the same thing every day. That meat and cheese. Dare yourself actually like imagine just removing that. That's true. I love cheese though. I love cheese too. And dude, you know it sucks is I actually can handle it. My stomach can handle it, but I don't eat it because it makes me it makes my sweat smell too bad, and I don't like that. You used to have sugarcane steak? Really? I had only seen them or like had them. I don't know what I did with them. But when I went to El Salvador, well, cause my indigenous roots are Tarahumara Raramuri. What a fucking cool name. I love that. Bro, I've been getting so many random texts that just say hello, hello, hello. I'm looking up that word, Tarahumara. Raramuri. Oh, they're kind of the... running for extended periods of time. I know. Yes. Their diet is maize, small poultry, like what you can find in the mountains. Aren't eating it. That's true. Like, it's like such a low-fat diet, like relatively speaking, right? Long distance running. I read a book about that, like the barefoot running people. The barefoot running people, they like the book about barefoot runners, that was fascinating, because then I bought the 5-finger shoes, and then I'm like obsessed with like running I was like, dude, my calves blew up because they're so big because of all the running I was doing with my 5-finger shoes. And so I was able to get, like, I was actually able to fix my running form. So it actually worked really well. I appreciated it a lot. I feel paleo diet is as close as we can get. Yeah, no, I agree. I really just try and stick to, like, so, like, I always think about it like my stomach is like, okay, your stomach is like a big pot, right, of juice that just dissolves shit. So I think the main thing is regardless of paleo, not paleo, I just want it to have the same thing every time because I want that juice to be perfectly made to dissolve what I put in, if that makes sense. It's really weird, but like that's how I think of it. Like I built up my feet to walk over rocks. Did you really? That's interesting. I didn't get strong feet until I started jujitsu. So now I know jujitsu. So, I know jujitsu. Who am I kidding? I'm not even gonna be humble about this. I do know jujitsu. I'm like I'm intermediate. But that's when my like feet started getting way stronger because, and not just my toes, right? But like my actual foot, like you can have the, rounded here, it's all, so. Yeah, it's like, I wear high heels or certain shoes because I've become flat-footed. Right, that's not even the worst thing either. It's just kind of like, you're like able to do things. My dad was having some really bad skin and toenail issues on his feet until he went back to El Salvador for 2 weeks, went barefoot the whole time, and he was fine. I love fighting sports. So Danica, I am not wired to do this at all, but I'm in love with it now. Like I'm like claustrophobic. I panic. I don't like fighting, but I'm like, buddy, I'm gonna have to beat you now. I like looking them in the eye and I'm like, I'm gonna have to hurt you. And if you don't tap, I'm going to break your arm. Yeah, I'm sorry. But it's fun. I do enjoy it a lot. My father raised me up fighting. Ooh, did you partake at all, or were you like, did you fight, or were you just like watching and enjoying? Ooh, okay, I love WWE because of the storylines. I mean, obviously, that's why everyone loves it. But like, even more so than the matches, like I just love how like ridiculous the storylines are. Boxing, Muay Thai, MMA, WWE. That's what's up. No, Jiu-Jitsu's been the bee's knees, man. Like I love it. And the only I was gonna go today. But I have like my skin's like breaking out, and then if you're breaking out, like you're at higher risk of staph. So it's like, oh fuck. And I've already had staph before. It's not good. So I did karate as a kid, but I was practicing on my cousins. That's awesome. Are you the oldest? Oh my god, me too. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, exactly. But I'm telling you, I go like 5 or 6 times a week, and I'm literally just I took yesterday, today, and I'm taking tomorrow off, and I'll be back there Friday, and then I'll go for like 2 hours straight. And dude, it's so sweaty. It's like a wrestling room, and then do you know how hard it is to keep like people from getting bacteria and like people from getting like other skin issues, because it's like everyone's so sweaty and shit. So cheers, you safe. Oh, I'm the oldest too. I have 2 younger brothers, but I'm the oldest of my brothers and my cousins. It's scary. You know what's scary is going against, like, I went against one dude and I didn't even know he was a wrestler before. Gang. No, I didn't even know he was a wrestler before I started going with him. Dude, when I tell you this man whooped my ass, he beat me. Like, just beat. Like, it wasn't even like, oh, he's like smarter, smoother, knows more moves than me. This boy just beat the shit out of me, and just slowly. Wasn't even working hard. Wasn't even trying. Just slowly, slowly, slowly. And I was like, oh my gosh. See, and my father, he's like a Mexican Patrick Swayze. Oh, why do you say that? A Mexican Patrick Swayze. That's kind of terrifying. What's up, Gandalf? Chilling, talking to my friend Danica on TikTok. What are you up to? So Gandalf, I have Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube going now. The man would beef with anyone who disrespected him. See, and I feel like, okay, even though I know jujitsu, and I've worked out for over 10 years, right? Like I'm not weak. Either like, even that, I would still rather like scheme to like ruin him as a person than to like fight, or I wouldn't even outside beef. I'd be like, I'm gonna be secretive about this beef. He was so serious about not being disrespected. He even fought to some bro. That's like my brother is like that. Like I'm like way more. I'm like manipulative, right? Like I'll like. No, I'm a Gemini. What's your sign? Gandalf, anti-work philosophy. What book is that, Gandalf? Or how did you find the anti-work philosophy? No, I'm like a hard Gemini. Like I have like 3 of the, like on my chart or whatever. It's like a bunch of them. Like I'm like main 3 down and then a Sagittarius, I think, something like that. Oh my god, I love that I'm in Gemini rising. What's your main? I sit here as like I ask like I know what the fuck they mean and what I'm talking about. I just heard the names. I've heard the names once or twice, and so I'm excited. That's pretty much all it is. I'm Gemini rising. I'm a Capricorn. 10 placements of Capricorn. Wow, that's fascinating. How many placements are there? Are there more than like 10? Is a lot. Placements. That's like different words. Like rising is a placement, correct? Basically, it's philosophy arguing to not work for wage slavery, instead do work as play, or just straight refuse to work in favor of other avenues. Who is the Greek philosopher Diogenes, who lived in the big clay pot? Oh gosh, we'd be here forever. 3 to 4 hours? Han, why? To like explain all the placements? Okay, let me just say this though. Like, what is like the most placements? I got you. Plus the fact that we place such emphasis on being productive instead of smelling the roses once in a while. Gandalf, it's hilarious you're talking about this, because this is literally my life. This is why I go to therapy, because I don't enjoy anything. It's like I'm min-maxing my entire life all the time. There's 12 main ones. Okay. So this is a quick intro to astrology. Maybe you should read books related to anti-work philosophy. Dude, right? Gandalf, it sounds like I should, bro. I need to learn how to, like, relax more. That's why I just kind of just do drugs, to be honest with you. It's not good. Let's see. But you also have your house and degrees and the combination of them. Oh, okay. So this is okay. This is part of your practice. Would you consider this part of your practice as like, as did you say pagan and a witch? I think is what you said. Which would these fall under? Or is that completely separate? Am I like missing? Am I not understanding something? That works for now. So I can read birth. Oh, really? Read birth charts. So could you, in theory, let's say I wanted to get a gift for a special somebody, you could read I could like be like, hey, I'd like you to do a birth chart reading for this person. I'll give you $50 or whatever. That's something you could do. And birth chart can be. It could fall under divination. Oh, okay. Diviners of star knowledge. Wow, Gandalf, I didn't even realize that you had that's crazy. So my friend Gandalf is also big into the occult as well in the Middle East. So he actually has a little there's some legal stuff he has to navigate. Occult services business. I'm a reader. You know, people that come to this live are going to assume that you're talking about reading books because I'm an author. And they're going to be like, the fun fact, no. Danica is a reader of astrology and the stars. Which is arguably cooler. It's illegal here. Dude, that's like literally everything. I just swallowed something on the wrong pipe. That was really frustrating and terrible. You guys should all be proud of me for how brave I am in not dying. So how happens I got paid for reading and critiquing a book once, so you can get paid for it. Oh, true. I could go work for an agent or an editor. Capricorn. So Danica, Capricorns are known to love the occult and the esoteric. That's a thing. Screenshot. I'm reading them all. Alex, I love you. Thank you. Like, there's signs of people's services out here. Really? Actually, no, it's wild that you said this. Because, I'm visiting my parents. I want to say Wednesday or Christmas, something. Anyways, visiting my parents. They live like 40 minutes away from me. Not bad at all. So visiting my parents, and I'm driving back, and then on the right side there it says with a big palm, it's like palm reading spiritual services offered. And I was like, wow, that's fascinating. Like, I can't believe somebody is trying to make a living or make money being a spiritual guide, because in my head I'm like, why would I listen to you? But I'm more of a, if someone kind of gets like a sense of what they should do all the time, like if I was a listener, I would call it, as opposed to a reader. If I was a listener, then I would make sense that like I wouldn't understand why other people need to learn how to need help listening, right? But I was like, wow, that's actually a thing. Dude, you can make a living off anything. Goodness. I think they tend to go for that kind of thing. Aquarius. Interesting. We love Aquarius here. We love Aquarius. Aquarii? Is that Aquarius? How would you do plural Aquarius? So you could get paid for reading books. You could make a living off anything, even get rich off of it. There was this guy called Falki Husseini who's famous throughout the Arab world for his occultism. Oh, fascinating. Where there's a lesson, there's a need. That's true. It's true. Leg, what's up, man? So, Leg, I'm literally streaming right now on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. I thought that was fucking nuts. It would be Aquarians. Alex, how are you Aquarian? Like, how are you an Aquarius? Like, what does that mean for you, right? Like, as a Gemini, I have to be like, guys, I'm not two-faced, right? Like, I don't really, like, that's like kind of my thing. It'd be Aquarius. You can get paid to stand in line. Oh. Well, dude, I mean, I could see that. Go to, what's it called? Go to, like, Disney. Actually, Gemini's... Oh, dude. Can I tell you? I 100% like brag about how fast I am at decisions. Like, making decisions quickly is... It is my absolute, like, crowning achievement. Is how I make decisions fast and I do not second guess myself. Like, I'm like, we are... Like, I'm all in. Like, that. But, like, I'm not. Alex, you're not? Oh, I see. So, Leg, I can actually see that you're on my TikTok. I don't like it one bit. I'd rather not know who is it. I'd rather just see some amorphous number of viewers than to see that, like, Leg Day Hurts is in here. That bugs me. Little quirk about TikTok I thought you should know. So you can love something nut. Hold on. Gemini's, bro. So many of my besties are Aquarius. I love it. Nah, Leg, it's crazy. Are you playing COD? I might hop off and hop on COD. Give me 1 second, get off. I'm gonna catch up on TikTok real quick. So you can love something nut if it's off, you're fast to decide to cut it. So you can love something, but if it... Oh, but if it's off, you're fast to decide to cut it. Actually, yes. Luckily, thankfully, I've never really done that with a woman that I've, like, really liked. Like, I haven't, like, been, like... I haven't decided on a woman and then been, like, no. Like, I actually have never been, like, I want that one. Bye, Alex. So that comes stupid, but to others, for Gemini, it's total sense. Right. Alex shared the live. You're the best, Alex. I appreciate you. Peace out. I'm gonna... Alright, cool. So this is a good test stream. I streamed for an hour. I'm going to go hang out, decompress for a little bit, my buddy. Gandalf, you want to hop in? Oh, guys, if you ever want to hang out further, join the Discord. I have a Discord, and you can. And Danica, you're more than welcome to join Discord. I'm in there. We can chat. But if not, I'll see you next time I'm live. Please come back. I love talking to you. It was a pleasure. See you later. He had clients such as heads of stage, full players, mob boss, and police chief who hired. Whoa. He had That's crazy, Gandalf. All right, I'm out of here.